Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are making Cajun egg rolls. So let's get into it. First things first, let's get into our ingredient list. You're going to need some spring roll wrappers. I'm choosing to use Monterey Jack cheese, some Old Bay seasoning, Cajun seasoning, garlic powder, and black pepper. And we're going to need softened cream cheese with some white onions, some celery, green and red bell peppers, and of course our protein of choice is crawfish. If you don't like crawfish, feel free to switch it out for shrimp, lobster, or crab. So we're going to head over to the stove and we're just going to do a little dollop of this butter. Doesn't matter what type of butter. I'm very specific on use everything you either have in your kitchen or something that you want to use. But I am using salted butter. So we're going to let that melt in the pan. I like to let it melt completely before adding in our ingredients. But again, do as you choose. So now that our butter has melted, we are going to just toss in our onions. Again, this is a white onions. After that, we're going to toss in our red bell peppers, as you will see me doing right now. There you go. And after the bell peppers, we're going to do the green peppers. This is all, like, if you're a cook, you know exactly what to do. So basically, we're just tossing in our vegetables because we don't want them to be that crunchy whenever we roll our egg rolls. We do want them to be softened a little bit, but not too soft, because remember, when you're frying your egg rolls, the inside will still cook and that moisture is going to soften the vegetables as well. So you see me throwing in the celery. And then we're going to just mix it all together, and we're going to let it, you should smell it. You should smell the aroma, and you might want to mix it around for maybe 1 or 2 minutes, and then you should be done. All right, so right here you can see the difference in the look of the vegetables. So at this time you want to toss in your crawfish. Your crawfish should already be cooked and cleaned already. So really we're just reheating it through. And this is when we want to start adding in our seasonings, which you're going to see me do right in just a couple of seconds. All right, so the first seasoning you're going to see me do is Old Bay. And I'm just going to sprinkle a generous amount of that seasoning. I'm eyeballing it, but if I had to guess, it's probably a full tablespoon. And then I'm going to add in, I believe it is my Cajun seasoning. Now, both Old Bay and Cajun seasoning has salt in it, so you want to be mindful of that. You don't want to put too much in because, again, it has salt in it, and so does your cheese. So just be aware of that. And then your portion. So after the Cajun seasoning, I'm going to go in with black pepper. Now, pepper to me is not spicy, but if you don't like spice, I wouldn't use as much pepper as I did here. But I love black pepper, so season at your own will. Lastly, we have the garlic powder. I'm tossing that in. Normally I would add in onion powder as well, but I really didn't want that for this recipe. So I'm just mixing up all of the seasonings, and then we're gonna get on to our filling. Alright, so now that we have the meat and the vegetables all seasoned and sauteed, I'm going in with my cream cheese. I'm really going just based off of the look. I did not use the whole 8-ounce block. I used about, I would say 3/4 of the block. But I'm adding that in. The heat from the mixture should melt the cheese fairly fast. And you'll see that because it's going to look real creamy. And that's the look that you want. Sometimes it can look a little soupy, but that's okay because you are going to add in your shredded cheese, which will thicken the mixture back up. But it should be this consistency. And then after that, we're almost done, ladies and gents. We just have to roll the egg rolls. Okay, so remember I talked about our filling. So now that we have our cream cheese, our mixture, I just put that in a separate bowl. And now I'm going in with my Monterey Jack cheese, and I'm pouring as much as my heart desires. Again, with this is all up to you. If you like it real cheesy like I do, you want to pour just as much in your bowl as I did. I like it really cheesy, and I like it to be thick. So yeah, I'm just mixing it, incorporating it. It may melt just a little bit because our mixture is still warm. But if you want to just let it cool off and wait, you can. It doesn't matter. We're about to fry them after we make them. So this is a 1 day process. But if you want to, store it in the refrigerator for a couple of days, feel free to do so as well. So yeah, let's go into making our egg rolls. Okay, so here's the fun part. I have egg wash. In that egg wash, it's just 1 egg and maybe like a tablespoon of water. And I just have that mixed up. I hate making egg rolls, by the way, guys. Just I'm not a great roller. So you see me putting in the mixture, and I'm trying to form it so that when I roll the egg roll, it rolls correctly and it doesn't look lopsided or anything like that. You're gonna see me kind of struggle with trying to form it. That's why I said I hate making it. But if you make egg rolls on a regular basis, it's kind of like a love-hate relationship. So I am folding it over. Sometimes you have to double with your wrappers. I know a lot of people just use one wrapper. It depends on how thin and what brand of egg roll wrappers you're using. These are spring rolls and not necessarily egg roll wrappers, so they're a little thinner, but I do like them better. I just double it and it gives me the same consistency of an egg roll wrapper. But I am folding it. Now, folding an egg roll, you have to figure out what technique works for you. I've been doing this for quite some time, so the way I fold it really is just, however I feel like it that day. But I think I have the technique mastered just a little bit. I'm putting the egg wash on the corners. I don't put it in all 4 corners, only when I get to the end to where I'm ready to actually seal the egg roll. And I'm just going to roll it tight, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like right here. I'm just forming it up again, and there we go. We have it. Now, don't worry. I'm going to show you again. I'm just going to speed it up just a little bit because I'm sure you don't want to see it in slow motion again. But putting the filling, this one turned out to me a little bit better, and the remaining ones after this turned out better. So I was that first one that will give you a challenge of a lifetime. But I'm kind of like making it into the role that I want it to be, which worked out better for me. And then I'm just folding the ends first, and then I keep rolling it, do the egg wash. I do the same process each time, and I repeat. And for documenting purposes, I believe this recipe gave me about 7 egg rolls. We are going to head over to the fryer. I have a shallow frying pan with some vegetable oil. Feel free to fry your egg rolls in whatever oil you choose. I don't like overcrowding the pan, so I am going to only fry 3 egg rolls at a time. Just as an FYI, ladies and gents, if you don't want to eat all of your egg rolls the same exact day and you don't want to fry them the same exact day, egg rolls can be frozen. You do not have to fry them first and then freeze them. You can freeze them right after you roll them. My tip and my suggestion is to put them in a Ziploc bag or take some saran wrap and wrap them very tightly and then put them in the freezer, because that cold air against these moist wraps, sometimes it will crack them. So I would just say seal them up really good and then drop them in the freezer. And if you ever want to reheat them, you can always take them out of the freezer and let them unthaw and then drop them in the fryer. That's just my tip. So yeah, we're just going to fry these until they're golden brown, and then we will plate them and I'll show you the finished product. And voila, bon appetit. Here is the finished product. If you've tried this recipe, do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Let's get a whole poll going if you like them or not. Anyways, I will see you next time. Bye, guys.